Business. No, do it with me.
Do it. Business.
We're back in the podcast, and we have a couple of business things to cover.
Business boys, you started off.
I don't know which one we're starting with.
Oh, fuck. How about some mail? That was a false alarm. We're not doing mail right now.
Yeah, so I just laughed really loud in the mic. We are cutting mail time for now, just because, with audio listeners, it's not the best thing for them because they can't see it, so they just hear us opening packages. So for now, we can bring it back if people really want it, but for now we're not going to do it. But we are going to be live streaming mail opening stuff on both of our Instagrams, like back and forth, I guess.
Absolutely.
Like we'll do one stream on yours and open it. So follow us on Instagram. What's your Instagram at?
I'm at Johnson Gus.
And I'm at Eddy Burback, everything else.
You can see it on the screen right now.
Tony, put 1 million of them on screen. All different fonts, doing crazy. Don't actually do that. I'm sorry.
Do a bunch of my ats on Eddie's screen and have it be like he found his death spot in Minecraft and he's coming back and he's picking up all my ats like all that
was
stuff.
Actually really good. That was a good impression, I guess, of the sound effects.
Thanks, Eddie. But yeah, let us know. Like, if you guys really want mail time back, we'll bring it back. Definitely in a micro format.
Yeah.
But for now, we're just gonna nix it. Frankly, we just have too many packages, which is a good problem.
For now too. Also, maybe hold off on the packages, guys. We have way too many. Are we closing the P.O. box? What are we doing?
I mean, I just will keep it open, and I sometimes order personal packages there.
I just say hold off for now,
yeah,
right?
Hold off for now. We're going to try to do stuff on Instagram, but really that main purpose is, we're trying to, get rid of the mound of it here.
We have a lot of mail.
Yeah, I mean, thank you guys again, though. That's dope as hell.
Yeah, we love the mail still, but it's just we were opening a ton of mail in the podcast to get rid of the mail, and it's like we don't want our content to be affected by how many boxes are stocking up in our room. All right, ready? Business. The next one. What was the other? Oh, ads. Podcast has ads now. There will be an ad on this podcast at some point. We're gonna try and limit it to 1 ad per podcast, maybe 2 once every month, but you're not gonna see 50 ads from these boys.
Absolutely. Keep it nice and streamlined. Thank you guys for being so forgiving about that stuff too. And that's just kind of the general climate of it, and you guys have been really cool about it, so thank you.
It's the new segment. I don't even know if I ran this past you that I'm starting to call the Pay Tony segment of the podcast. So we're doing ads so we can pay Tony.
Yeah, we have always been paying Tony for the record. He's not unpaid labor.
Yeah, but also you remember when we said we didn't profit off this podcast at all? We're paying Tony.
We've been just personally paying Tony.
Was that the end?
The business. Third order of business is the subreddit stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's right. As you know, we have our individual subreddits, but we have a collective one. You guys have made so many fucking hilarious memes, like little video edits, shit posts, dank memes and stuff, too. For all, your podcast memes and stuff, check out r/Gus and Eddy and share that ish on there.
So, because I know a lot of the Gus and Eddy memes have been on Gus Johnson, and they've been great still. But it's there is this weird thing where we'll do something together on my channel, and then I'll see people confused. They'll post the memes to my subreddit, which is way smaller than yours. But then also some memes will go on Gus and Eddy. So if we could all just make the Gus and Eddy together memes on Gus and Eddy, it would really help the community flourish more and not be separated.
And the literal only reason for that is that I've been so Reddit heavy for literal years. I've had my own subreddit for probably I think 4 years or something.
Oh yeah, you're a Reddit boy born and bred.
That was it, baby. So yeah, I love all the content on my stuff. Keep putting content on there if you're cool with it too. But also we want to help our sub grow so that we can really use it to be a community hub, like Eddie said, and then sometimes maybe we'll ask specific questions about the podcast. It'll just be nice to have them all in the same area. So
yeah, this also isn't don't make memes about us together on either of our subreddits. It's just if you want to make podcast memes, probably keep it to the podcast subreddit.
Or you're gonna get banned. My dad works for Reddit. He's spez.
Also, thank you to the people that obviously for our own subreddits, but even just the Gus and Eddy one. I saw another one, Boys Support Boys, because we didn't make the Gus and Eddy subreddit, so it's just thank you guys for doing that and running it and moderating it and everything.
Absolutely. We've been getting a lot of questions too about like future Boys Support Boys projects or like merch and stuff too. We are working on it.
There will be merch for sure.
There will be merch for sure. We want to make sure that we start out of the gates with some strong stuff, and we are working on a number of other projects right now. So thank you for supporting us by asking that. But we'll keep you updated as soon as we learn some stuff.
All right, let's get to the last piece of business so we can do memes.
Business, 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 business.
Go.
Come to my live show.
Go to his live show.
Come to my live show. Tickets are in the description down below. Few of the venues have sold out already. When this episode goes up, maybe I've started the tour already. Maybe I haven't, but you can still keep buying tickets. GusJohnsonLive.com.
You haven't yet. This will go out on the 15th, something like
baby.
that.
Get some tickets. Dude, I'm stoked as hell. We've sold out like a number of clubs already. Oh, I'd love to sell out even more. Every ticket, you can come meet me after the show.
I hate that I have to mention this because I even watched the episode where you announced it last time, and I was annoyed at me for just having to state it, but I have to say I am not on the tour because I just want to make sure that nobody goes expecting both the boys. We will tour together at some point, but not right now. But also, go fucking support Gus.
Please support me, you guys.
I'll be there in spirit. You'll see me. I'll haunt the rafters of every theater you're in, and I'm alive.
Half the budget was my Eddie hologram I got.
I don't show on stage. You just look up, and I'm up there like, I'll fucking kill you guys. If you don't nail this next joke, I'll fucking kill you, bro.
Sorry, dude. Fucking screwed.
I have to like live broadcast in, so I'm setting aside the time for the tour. It's like, why didn't you just come with?
Yeah. You pre-tape your hologram to be specific to each theater so you can jump around the rafters.
I have little X's spaced out in like a big room, and it's like, it's 2 feet at the fucking Tulsa Improv.
But yeah, anyway, live tour stuff. Again, I'm really proud. I got the prices as low as possible. I'm doing the meet and greet with every single person that comes, every single show. I'd love to meet you guys. Get those tickets. Thank you.
Did talk about it before. There will need to be some volunteers for Gus to punch in the mouth.
Guys, I'm going to assault people physically at the show. I'm telling you right now.
So get a front row seat, and then be sure to wear your poncho for the blood.
Oh.
You know the Blue Man Group stuff where you got to wear a poncho in the front row?
Yeah.
That's a Gus Johnson show.
Boom. I'm just going to be the red splatter ass group. I didn't think that through.
That's all right. Hey, man, that's okay.
Thanks, Eddie.
We have not recorded a podcast in a good little bit, and it feels good to be back. We stocked them up, and you fucking idiots had no idea, except we definitely mentioned it during that time.
Absolutely. It was a prank. We pranked you good.
We fucking got you where you were fully informed the entire time.
How was the Midwest? You reporting back?
It was really good. It was a long trip with a bunch of mini trips in it because I went to New York with some friends. Jakey and the hometown boys went to the Wisconsin Dells. Shout out to the water park fucking capital of the world.
Boom.
My sister got married and it went super well. They're together still.
That's good.
No, yeah, it was just a really great family trip back. YouTube decided like, hey, we're just going to push your channel like fucking crazy while you're not doing any work. And it's like, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Susan. Doesn't Susan have like a sister who's also a CEO?
What? Does she really?
I thought I saw that on Twitter, but I don't know if that's fake at all. Are you searching it right now?
Yeah, Susan Wojcicki or Wojcicki?
I don't know how to spell it. I think it's Wojcicki, but I don't know how that's spelled in any way.
I think it's pronounced Sam Witwicky.
That's it. Wait, was that the fucking Transformers?
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf and Transformers.
Anne Wojcicki is an American entrepreneur and the co-founder and CEO of the personal genomics. Oh, dude, of 23andMe.
Yeah.
Weird.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Imagine having like 2 daughters that are CEOs of like prominent companies.
Dude, I wonder who like, parents, Stanley Wojcicki and Esther.
Let's guess. They're probably real rich and loaded.
Probably.
You don't just become 2 separate CEOs.
They probably just got like everyone in the family's a powerhouse, and they got like one son named like Ricky Wojcicki. He
has a different last name.
He works at Del Taco and
it's like
sells crank.
Labisky Wojcicki.
Hey.
They're like, just talk to us. He can only go like, hey. I think he's broken.
That's the weirdest shit where you just see some of these power families just go through like the American political or business system, and you're just like, what a weird dynamic.
Yeah, even the sports ones are like, god damn, it's got to be some gene thing with some of them. Like the Mannings, is it like They have a younger brother that also played football but wasn't as good, right?
I think so. Oh yeah, they've got
But
Peyton.
he's good. Like you can't say like he sucks because he's
Yeah.
probably amazing still.
Peyton Manning. I know it's Peyton and Eli, and then it's just
Planning Manning.
Planning Manning. That's the thing is legally, if you're the least achieving sibling, you have to rhyme with the last name.
That's why my name is my real name is Burback. I got it.
Boom, you got him.
I was really thinking. My brain kept going Burback, but that doesn't help at all.
How do I do parents? I'm on Wikipedia. I can't even fucking figure it out. I'm gonna do how many Manning brothers are there?
That'll work.
How many Manning siblings?
Where's Planning Manning now?
There's only 2. What the
Really?
hell?
Man, I thought there was a third one.
I think there was. There was always, dude, in the town next to me growing up, or it was way over. There was this town, and it was like this basketball, like fucking oasis, and they just had these 2 guys, and they were like, I'm not gonna say the last names because it'd be a dick, but they were just like god tier high school players, and like one of them went to play professionally in Europe out of this tiny shitty town in Wisconsin, and the other one went to play like college ball, other stuff too. But then they had a third brother who was also on the team. That is all that I will say about that.
Oh man, that's gotta suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing because even if you don't care, you know other people are making the judgment. And that sucks.
The weird thing is it's like we would play them once a year just kind of as a practice. We'd just get the floor wiped with us. But they would always, like, it was the only time where after the game, like, kids would go up and they would get the little pamphlet for the game and they'd get their autographs.
Like expecting them to be in the NBA one day?
Yeah, and they were all, like, they'd sign them all too, but then there were always a few kids that would be like, get the third brother's autograph. And it's like, you know, and he knows they're only getting his autograph to, like, get the whole set. And he's like... I don't know. It's a weird dynamic.
Yeah, that's especially with the sports powerhouse stuff. You know their dad has to be the worst guy in the world, right?
Oh my God.
You can't become a good professional athlete family if your parents aren't the worst. I just can't imagine. I know I'm just bullshit. I'm just saying this. This doesn't mean anything. But like I can't imagine pushing your kid to be a professional athlete like multiple kids. So it means they have the natural talent, but then you also had to be like, we're a football family, boy. You know what I mean?
Dude, I didn't know. Yeah, Peyton Manning's and Eli Manning's dad is an example of that. He was in the NFL for 13 seasons.
Holy shit.
He's a quarterback.
So then maybe not even for him because then he was just probably like, you're probably just going to do it. I don't know how he parented.
Oh, wait.
I was talking out my ass, though. I was just having fun.
I finally found it. I unlocked the DLC Manning. Cooper Manning is the host for the show The Manning Hour for Fox Sports.
Does he just like talk shit about his brothers? Or
Yeah.
is he like, does he have to recuse himself when he talks about either of their teams?
Just and the Giants actually aren't that cool.
I know they just won the Super Bowl, but I bet the ring doesn't even fit Eli. He's got fat fingers.
Can we not? When he was a kid, he used to drink syrup out of the jar.
He just keeps revealing things that aren't really that big of a problem. Yeah, Eli used to sleep with his feet hanging off the bed.
They're trying to do like actual commentary and stuff like, how do you feel the Giants this year? Well, I think that their passing game is pretty strong, but their running game needs to be something to work on. I agree. Let's talk BO about some of the players.
I think that Peyton doesn't wear any deodorant, or at least he didn't when Mom told him to back in 3rd grade.
Coincidentally, the year he pooped his pants twice.
He's just lying to him.
Just making stuff up.
Yeah, I think Peyton actually pooped his pants 12 times in one school day. It was really weird riding home on the bus. It was really stinky.
I was trying to think of a pun for Peyton Manning, like poopy, but I couldn't.
Poopy butt, butt man.
Poopy butt Manning. Could someone? No, wait. We stopped mail time. I was gonna say I want a poopy butt Manning jersey.
Well, I want a poopy butt Manning fat head sticker. What would that look like? It's like him, but his ass is really like full in the pants.
It's like the copper tone girl with the
poopy butt Manning. It all started by his brother. He started selling them off his own website.
Boom. You got to cut us in now, Cooper. The funny part is his name's Cooper, which sounds like Pooper.
And we chose Peyton to make a fucking shit pun.
Yeah, so anyway, Power Families.
I'm just thinking, like, oh, like, Mr. Manning, sir, like, I have to get your autograph. I grew up with your poopy butt Manning fathead poster on my wall.
What?
I feel like fathead posters were huge when we were kids, and I never see or hear about them anymore.
Yeah, we had the magazine sales go through school. Did you ever do magazine sales stuff at all?
No.
It's just one of those, like, we're selling these this year. Like, we talked about the Ned Yo-Yo shit on, like, a previous podcast. And there was this guy, and he was the magazine sales guy. And, like, every year, like, the whole school had this fundraiser. Dude, okay. We interrupt this podcast for some breaking bullshit here.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but our neighbor got a dog.
Yeah, they got a fucking dog this week.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, like, ow, ow, ow dogs.
Yeah. So we gotta, hopefully that doesn't come through, but if it does, we tried slipping a note under that said, hey, can you just kill your dog real quick?
We'll do that.
They slipped a paper under that said no.
They slipped it back under the door. Immediately we put in, can you kill your dog? No. Guys, if we hit 10,000 likes on this episode, we'll go pepper spray the dog. Live stream it.
Dude, you know that'll be taken out of context in the Twitter world. Hey, Twitter world.
Yeah.
I still, by the way, because of OJ coming back. Wait, did that happen while I was gone? Have we not talked about this in the podcast at all? Dude, I can't let go that OJ's just on Twitter and posting things.
It's not. Oh, by the way, we're replacing the mail time segment with the OJ segment now.
It's OJ Watch.
We just go, OJ!
Dude, since he started it, whenever I walk down into the basement when my friends are hanging out, I'll go, hey, Twitter world. Dude, I can't let it go. Something seems so weird and off about everything. Not even the fact that he's doing it. Just the fact that he's just like, every American should, that he did the Dem debates one, and it's like, everybody should be watching. It's like, you're giving like a weird positive message of every American should pay attention, but it's like, you kill people.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That's the weirdest thing is, like, I won't drag Eddie into this, but, like, he clearly killed two people.
Did it. Yeah. Dude, he wrote a book called If I Did It.
Yeah.
And then, it's like, come on, man.
But, like, that's just the weirdest shit in the world. It's like he just killed two people, and we're just watching him in a golf cart. Hey, Twitter world.
Yeah, and the weird thing is his videos seem like he's still... It's weird. He looks older, but it almost seems like he's still living the lifestyle of, like, famous 90s OJ. But he just, like, isn't in public as much.
What do you think his net worth is? Didn't he go broke?
Well, yeah, that's why... That's when he got arrested for the Heisman Trophy stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, he was stealing back his shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. It's weird. Do you think there are any, like, famous people that are secretly, like, really good friends with OJ and they just don't talk about it?
Probably Chris Brown.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm sure there is, though, because it's just like, I don't know. You can't lose all your friends, probably, like, for him.
You know what was an edit I wanted to do so bad, but the framing didn't work of it?
What?
Did you see his Michael Jackson video he posted to Twitter? So he was just, it was on, I think it was like Michael Jackson's birthday or the anniversary of something about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And he's like in a golf cart talking out of the side and just being like, I don't know about the things that he did, but Michael was very nice to me, and he talked about all the things that Michael did for him. Apparently, like, he got to, like, stay at the Neverland Ranch when he, like, lost his house or something. I don't know exactly what it was. But at the very end, he's just like, all right, and, like, I forgot what it was. I think it was, like, a holiday, and he said it. And then he rides forward off screen on the golf cart. So he told them, like, keep filming, and then I'm going to just, like, start it up and drive off, which is, like, really, like, theatrical to do, for the plant thing. But it's a vertical video. But if it was horizontal, I was going to make him drive out of frame, and instantly it was the Bronco driving down the highway. But it was like, it's vertical, so how the fuck do you make that edit, Or maybe you set it side by side and there's just a black screen, and the whole time you're wondering, like, why is it black? And then drive. Oh, man, it's so bizarre. We're living in weird fucking times, man.
That's the weirdest shit ever. Yeah.
Did you see the fake DMs with him too?
No.
Some guy faked DMs where it was like him privately, because the guy kept tweeting like parody stuff, like tweeting out like I killed those people. But they it looked real. It was like filmed video of his DMs of him being like threatened by OJ. But OJ's account is the real OJ32. And somebody made a fake account where they took the lowercase L and put an uppercase I in the act. So it looks exactly like it, but it's not him, actually.
Yeah. Is he verified?
No. I think Twitter might catch a lot of shit if he was verified, or at least he wasn't when I checked genuinely 2 days ago, because I've been looking at his Twitter like every couple of days.
I should turn on notifications. I'm not even following him.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you can't. It's just like I know a follow isn't an endorsement, but it's just like I avoid most of that shit usually.
Yeah. How do you feel about like that Twitter verification shit, where it's like it is OJ though?
Yeah, but the thing is, then it's like normally you want to avoid people impersonating them and incriminating them.
Yeah.
But he's O.J. Simpson, so it's like, what could he be incriminated of that he already,
Hey, that's not me.
I would never do something like tweet at Ariana Grande.
Yeah. I've just clicked on the first video is Democratic Debate 2019 Part 2, and it's like 20 seconds, and he's waving chopsticks at you.
Yeah, what was weird is Joe Rogan was talking about it, and he said that knowing a bunch of fighters that get old, there's like a look or a way of speech that you recognize when you can tell people have like brain damage that's catching up to them.
Really?
And he says he sees that in like OJ talking.
That's scary.
Yeah, I know. That dog's really going
Yeah,
at it,
speaking
man.
of brain damage, we probably shouldn't joke.
No,
too
only
much.
children.
We're very animal friendly. You know what's funny though? Hilariously, is I could see more people getting upset about us saying like joking we're gonna pepper spray a dog than like a child.
Yeah, because children annoy people more than dogs, so they're cool with it. Also, dogs are too low to the ground for me to get a good roundhouse kick, but kids are the perfect height because I can't kick that high.
You have to do one of those like Street Fighter 2 low leg sweeps to get the dog.
But then that's just the whole dog.
Yeah, that's true. It's like a mower blade, baby.
Oh, people are going to be upset at this one for sure.
Oops.
Do you want to already go to Preguntas? I've missed the Preguntas.
Yeah, let's go to some Preguntas.
What does that mean, by the way?
I don't know. Questions in Spanish, maybe?
Maybe.
Hopefully that perro over there stops barking. 2 in 1. Follow us on Twitter at Gus Buckets and at Eddie Burback and ask us your questions. All right, what do we got here? I got a quick personal one that's right here.
What's up?
At LeachyBoy77 says, what happened to the video that you were going to make where you tracked your mini Postmates experiences? Did you decide against it? Did something get in the way? It took forever. I probably filmed a few weeks worth of like Postmate delivery experiences. I said I wanted to go out and like be a Postmates driver for a day and stuff, and maybe just with the natural style of my content, the production time takes way less, and that one took like so long that I just kind of indefinitely tabled it. Same with the Arcade 1-Up video that I said I was going to make. I just don't really have the time for that kind of stuff right now. I'd like to revisit it, but it's just a time thing.
I saw a good separate. I didn't have anything to add for the Postmates one, but I saw a good separate one is from Tashman Dimps. Sorry, I had to burp. God damn it! Sorry, I was burping a bunch. How has your taste in movies/TV changed over the years? Are the pieces of entertainment that you look back on and question how you liked/hated it in the past? When I was a freshman in high school, I liked Doctor Who for a bit. I do not like Doctor Who anymore. It's just, there's things to like about it. If you watch it, I'm not hating on you, but I grew out of that show real fast.
That's one of those things where the fandom just is...
It ruins it.
It's aggressive.
Yeah. I think, especially in high school, I was going through a phase of like discovery of old stuff where it's like things that I should watch and I should definitely like see. I was just trying to, every big movie that was like famous from before I wanted to watch. And now, honestly, my taste recently, because we've been kind of busy with stuff, has been rewatching things I loved as a kid and examining it as an adult. Especially like old Pixar stuff, especially certain blockbuster stuff that I really liked as a kid. Because sometimes it's like, wow, this is bad and I didn't realize. But I really like, there's a lot of stuff you watched as an adult that you liked as a kid that you appreciate even more, like Toy Story, like we were talking about.
Yeah, I'm watching through the Toy Stories right now. I have yet to see 4. Eddie's seen it. And they're fucking funny, dude. We watched Toy Story 2 last night. I was like, holy shit, this is so funny. So I'm happy there. I don't know how much mine has changed. I guess, I don't know. I've gotten into horror as I've gotten older, and I had not in the past, but that's maybe about it. I got one here at M3T4TV says, do you have any weird or funky home remedies for things like cold and sinus congestions that work wonders?
Do you remember the one that I discovered when I was sick in April?
What's that one?
It was from Reddit. Frank's Red Hot sauce when you have a sore throat. Remember
that's right.
I poured out, so my mom actually had a sore throat a couple of days ago when I was back home, and I told her to do it, and she was like, what? No. And I was like, just do it, I promise. And then she's like, I don't think that'll work. And I had her do it, and the next day I was like, did it go away? She's like, yeah. Because I forgot, it was something on Reddit where they were talking about, like, is it cayenne pepper, the pronunciation for it? Yeah, where they were saying having that for a sore throat, like the heat in it, something like takes the inflammation down. And then somebody was like, yeah, I have a shot of Frank's Red Hot every time I have a sore throat, and it gets rid of it. And I remember my sore throat was so bad, I was like, I just have to try it. And I did, and it completely, like, you still have the weird feeling in your throat because it's still, you know, like, got kind of damaged during it and irritated, but the inflammation and hard to swallow stuff went away completely.
Really?
Next day when it was back in the morning, another Frank's Red Hot, gone again.
Boy.
Did it like 4 times during my sore throat, and it was great.
I'm doing that next time.
Yeah, it fucking ruled. It was like instant relief, too.
God damn. I don't know if I have any cold and flu remedies and stuff. Big, long, hot showers are really great, too, though, for just, like, clearing you out. And you got to sweat when you're in a cold. I do know for, like, getting rid of warts, a home remedy thing, is I had 2 different times in my life where I had, like, a planter's wart on one of my toes, and nothing would get rid of it. Like, medication.
The planter's ones are the ones that are, like, deep-rooted,
yeah.
right? Ooh.
Fucking nothing got rid of it. And twice, my mom told me, like, some backwoods remedy. She's like, cut up a piece of a banana peel and athletic tape it there for a week and it'll go away. And I did it, and both times it fully fell off.
Whoa.
Banana peel.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think you can do it with potato peels too, which is nuts. I had a question for the last question I was going to ask you.
What?
In, like, categories of shows that you genuinely, like, really like, what is the oldest show?
Like, so... Of the ones that I've, like, that mean a lot to me, what's the oldest possible one?
Yeah, that you're like, I really like it. Because not something that you just look back and be like, oh, I can appreciate that. But, like, I like this show. Here's the oldest example. Because for me, I was going to say the Andy Griffith Show. I fucking love it.
Okay,
and that's my answer.
I'm not sure. I think the oldest for me that I really have, like, loved is probably Seinfeld, I guess. But that's not even that old, really, at all. Yeah, I don't know. With TV, I've always never really gone back into older TV, especially because there was so much of, like, right as we were becoming teenagers was the golden age of TV stuff. So it's like, you know, Mad Men, Breaking Bad, first season of The Walking Dead, second season of The Walking Dead, and then nothing else after. Oh, I forgot Jamie was right there.
I give him a supportive thing.
Yeah. I actually, again, that's one thing I actually disagree with some people on is I really like the second season a lot.
I loved it.
But yeah, so but after that, I don't think that the show is as good. But don't tell that boy over there editing. Jamie's over there, guys. He was in season 2 of The Walking Dead.
But we're praising that season, though, so we're good.
I know, but the thing is, he's friends with people that are in the rest of the show. So,
do you think he can hear us right
no,
now?
he says he's locked into his editing bay, so he can't hear a fucking thing, dude.
I can't tell.
Anyways. But no, yeah. So I love that stuff. By the way, just because I mentioned Mad Men, and John Hamm did one, but it's kind of. Have you been watching the recent GQ, like examining the most iconic roles stuff?
No.
So instead of making it like kind of shorter, they're now making them like 30 minutes long, and they're way more interesting because I know they were kind of longer before, but now it's like, you know, they do like maybe a 2-second thing, or I mean a 2-minute thing of talking about it, and then they cut to the next one. Now they're keeping, like, if they want to talk like 4 or 5 minutes about the role, they keep it. So Gyllenhaal has one of the most interesting ones I've ever heard. When you watch it, because I recommended it to Jake too, and he messaged me back and was like, dude, you're totally right. You watch him do it, and you're like, this guy is, and I know I already love him as an actor, but you're like, oh, this is why this guy's such a legitimate actor and why he's so good at it, is every single role he had either a story of what he learned for his personal life or his professional life of how to act. For every single one, he had a distinct story of, like, how he learned something from it.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, it's really interesting to hear him just gather information over his entire career. It's really good because usually, you know, he's really fun and a likable guy in interviews, but he was taking it just very, very seriously. And it's super, super interesting.
I love Gyllenhaal so much.
Gyllenhaal's, he's great. Even just, in interviews, he's just such a likable guy.
He's just, I like, because he's kind of weird too. And like, especially after like the Nightcrawler-y stuff, which is my favorite movie of his. He just is like this really off the beaten path, kind of like, oh, I'm just this weird happy guy. Like,
yeah, and then his roles are fucking insane. Like, still, dude, Prisoners, man. Oh, he's so good in Prisoners. Everybody's so good in Prisoners.
Absolutely. You guys should go check out, we got any theater fans, go look on YouTube. He did a little Broadway revival where he played Seymour Krelborn in The Little Shop of Horrors.
Gyllenhaal did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
He did it with the original woman that played Audrey, Ellen Green, and she's so talented. I've said it before, but I hate that character because it's one of those, oh, Seymour, and I just can't listen to anything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You got any more?
Yeah, I got one. Jake Gyllenhaal over here. At Better Trainer Q says, have you picked up any new hobbies since moving out to L.A.?
Well, we've already talked about us wheeling around. That's not really a hobby, I guess. I guess it's a hobby. We we go on little rides together all the time.
We do. We hold hands on the wheels bikes.
Yeah, we fall a lot. Just tipping over in the center, knocking heads.
How have we not seen? Are there videos that exist of people like stunt compilations on bird scooters?
I looked it up for the bird scooter video I made.
Yeah.
I was gonna make like an intro that was kind of way too intense of people doing tricks, and there's not that many, and they're all in shitty quality.
10 most epic lime scooter tricks.
Yeah, that's so there's they're not that great. Remember that flip that kid did on a scooter? It wasn't a bird scooter, but that backflip one.
How the fuck does anyone?
How do you even attempt that?
I would not fuck around a scooter. That seems like the most dangerous shit. That and rollerblades. I was like,
yeah, dude, rollerblades. I don't know how you don't fucking what's Andy's last name from The Office?
Andy. I can only think Andy Dufresne from Shawshank. Andy. Bernard,
yes, Nardog. I was gonna say Andy Bernard it because he split his scrot, and that's how you do it on a rollerblade.
This is really not a spoilery podcast.
Can you imagine me I can't watch The Office now because I know that Andy splits his scrot.
It's gonna just come up at some time. I'm gonna be pissed.
Guys, welcome to the first mid-roll ad of the podcast.
Yay!
Brought to you by Candid.
Guys, let me tell you something right now, okay? We're going to read you some stuff about Candid. It's going to be some good stuff. Thank you for sponsoring. Do you know your teeth move as you get older? And
no.
Dude, if they do, let me tell you straight up. If you want to get your teeth fixed, the last thing you want to do is wear braces.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Never, ever, okay? That's why, Eddie, I am happy. I am thrilled.
What, you are?
Yeah, dude.
You really happy?
I'm so happy to tell you about Candid, the clear alternative to braces, dude.
Whoa! I just peaked that so hard. Keep going.
Let me tell you some, just in my mind, bulleted out things I like about Candid.
Let's hear it right off the dome.
Right, straight from the dome. Candid has an orthodontist who is licensed in your state, create a treatment plan for you, and Candid only uses experienced, bro, that's hyphenated and bolded right now, italicized.
Candid, you're fucking killing it.
Boom, experienced orthodontists. They create a 3D preview of what the final results are like so you can see it. Once you approve your 3D preview, Candid creates custom clear aligners that'll be sent directly to you, and that means no hassle of having to go to an orthodontist office.
Let me pitch the next thing as a question. Where were you?
It's the final bullet point right now.
Wait, the one right there?
Yeah, 65.
But Gus, does Candid cost 65% less than braces?
I don't know.
Just say yes.
Yes.
You can save thousands of dollars and have straighter, brighter teeth in an average of just, Gus, 6 months? Say yes again.
Yes again.
In an average of 6 months. You're one step away from getting straighter, brighter teeth. Learn more at candidco.com/GusAndEddy and use code GusAndEddy. That's no spaces, all caps, Gus and Eddie, to get $75 off. That's candidco.com/GusAndEddy, code GusAndEddy for $75 off. Now back to the podcast.
That's some good shit. At Asher Sebastian, what's your guys' go-to meal for when you need to cook?
I'm a real basic boy. Chicken and rice with Frank's Red Hot buffalo sauce.
Frozen pizza. I suck.
Oh, well then, yeah, me too, I guess. For Jack's Frozen Pizza. By the way, I had so much Jack's when I was back.
Damn it.
And they sent me those coupons, and guess what? I still haven't used them. Every time I went to Walmart, I was like, I left it at home. But they expire in September, and I'm going to be back in August, so I'll use them.
Damn. Good thing the pizzas will never expire, though. So,
dude, the Supreme Pizzas from Jack's. Ooh. Oh. When was the last time you had them then? Was it June?
Yeah,
you
it
had
was June.
Then? It's the thing is, there's nothing, if somebody gets a Jack's Pizza, it's like time to see what they're talking about. There's nothing super special about Jack's. It's just, as a basic thin crust frozen pizza goes, it's just the best. That's all I can say for it.
Everything's right. Every part of it.
That's the thing, is every part is right, but nothing's like blow your mind crazy good. It's just like exactly what you picture a good frozen pizza being like. That's Jack's Pizza.
And they're like usually $3 or less most places.
Yeah, they need to sponsor us, dude.
Yeah, come on, Jack.
Come on, Jack.
Jack runs it, so.
Yeah. You're telling me after I just said, come on, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Come on, Jack, twice.
Let me see here. Oh, I was gonna say pizza-wise too. I went to New York a couple weeks ago. I've never been before.
I silently didn't.
Did you? That's what I did. I walked around
the rats in New York.
That was me in traffic. I went to New York. The pizza was fantastic. I had Joe's Pizza from like Spider-Man, and I had John's of Bleecker, the best Barstool pizza. It was fucking great. I had the most concentrated New York experience in a 1-minute period because we were crammed into Joe's Pizza, and Sabrina and I were like eating hot slices, and then we were like sharing Parmesan cheese with a bunch of people, and then Judd Apatow walked by.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And I was
awesome.
Like, oh.
Did you do that out loud?
Yeah. Oh. I got his attention first. I went, and he looked over, and I went.
See, what I would have done is the same thing there, and then I just would have gone, John! How would you even react if somebody just went, God?
I wouldn't want to be by them or around them.
Oh, wait, I just realized that happened to me in person. Remember the show?
Oops.
And you react by going, oh,
hey,
that's it.
That is me. But yeah, New York was cool. What else we got here? At Rebel Peter, what was the worst teacher to student behavior that you witnessed or you were a victim of?
Oh man, witness is probably way better. I need a second though. Well, one thing is not even the worst, but I just couldn't believe it. I think I told you about this recently. Is the film teacher I had in high school. I took a film class, but it was really just like you watch movies and you talk about them. It was a really fun class. The teacher was a very sweet lady, but she didn't really know movies that well. Like she did kind of, but she would have a worksheet for every single movie. And she would give out the worksheet before we watched it so we could fill out the questions while watching the movie, so we'd pay attention to like the themes of it and everything. But she would go over the worksheet and make sure we knew the questions before we watched the movie. So she'd spoil parts of the movie before we watched it. Like the last, if you don't want spoilers for Citizen Kane, the last question on the worksheet before we watched it was like, what was the significance of like Rosebud burning in the end? And it's like, why are you doing this? And so one of my friends just like lost it on her once and was just like, hey, why do you spoil the movie every time? She's just kind of like, he wasn't like a close friend, but she was like, excuse me? And he's just like, you spoil the movie every time. Why do you do this? And it was just like, everyone was kind of like, holy shit. And she like kind of just tried to tell him to stop, but he just kind of lost it on her. And was
really?
And fully she had to kick him out of class. But he's just fully like, I'm every time I want to watch a new movie and you ruin it.
Oh my God.
It's just like, holy fuck, you can't just say that to a teacher.
Yeah, but also
But
God, he's my hero.
Because she stopped doing it. She really stopped like going over the worksheet.
Yeah. God damn.
It was just so bizarre too. It's like, you're running a movie class. What are you doing?
What? Yeah, the thought process behind that.
Yeah, that was also the teacher. Remember, we had a project at the end of the year where we had to make a fake movie trailer, and Zach, he made videos with me on my current channel. I've mentioned him before. We used to make short films in high school. We were like, we were in the same class, so we were like, this is our fucking time to do it. Let's make a super, super good one, because the ones she showed us that she was proud of weren't that great. I might have told this on the podcast, but long story short, we turned in one that we were really proud of, and we showed it, and everyone in class was like, whoa, like, good job. And she just didn't react at all. She's like, thank you.
What?
And we were just like, what the fuck? And then the next one went up, and it was terrible. And to the girl, she was like, great job. Oh, my God. And we just kind of left like, what the fuck? We just gave the best one she's ever gotten. And then the next day, she's like, I showed it to all the other teachers, blah, blah, blah. It's like, in the moment, you literally just said thank you and we sat down.
Yeah.
It's just really bizarre.
You know how sometimes you watch a really powerful movie and you can't really talk?
Afterwards, our shitty fake trailer.
Yeah, she excused herself to the teacher's lounge and just sobbed.
She just put her hands on the table and just fucking lost it.
Barbara, you okay? Get out!
Oh man,
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good stuff, man. Oh man, our brains are fucking broken, dude.
Oh my god.
Those are certain memes sometimes that you'll laugh at, and you're like, "What happened up here?" For all of us, for the internet, it's just fully broken us.
I know. I worry about that sometimes. The only real memes that make me laugh is just the pure nonsense shit.
Yeah, like if you showed me, and I don't think I've seen something like this, but I was just thinking of what would break my brain. If you showed me a picture of like Remy the Rat like buff and going like this, and it just said cheese time, like, you know what I mean? Like, why is that funny now? That even if you showed me that when I was 15, I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? But memes have gotten to a point where I just go, oh shit.
Now, like you were saying before, I think in a previous episode, we are at the point where arguably our sense of humor like aligns with like 15-year-olds.
Yeah,
now.
I don't think I said it on the podcast. This is just a discussion we had, but that's kind of a beautiful thing is anybody who's into meme culture and keeps up with it. When we are like in our 40s, if you keep into meme culture, you have more in common with another generation than any other generation's ever had before.
Yeah.
So it's like, as long as you don't lose touch with meme culture, we can all stay like in the same space kind of. It's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot. Just 20 minutes a day.
Yeah. Just make them, post them, share with your friends.
That's it.
But no, that's the thing is like, if you just follow meme, I don't want to ever fall out of memes, because then if you do, you know, you'll fully. I'm sure even there are people that are 5 years older than us that just missed out on memes and they don't get it at all. It's like you just have nothing in common with these kids.
Yeah.
It's nice because then even like. There's certain, I was thinking, especially because of Netflix and like nobody really watches live TV anymore. There's no like, oh, this was before your time. It's like kids might be watching SpongeBob right now and also watching or looking at the same memes we are. So then when they recall childhood stuff, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. I liked that a lot too.
Boy,
Video games do that too.
SpongeBob's a great example.
Yeah, I just hope people watch SpongeBob forever.
Yeah.
The problem is, I remember even as a kid, the first season looks older, and my kid brain would go like, ugh. But now you watch it as an adult, and it's way better. So I hope like modern SpongeBob isn't like the favorite.
20-year anniversary this year. That's nutso, dude.
Did you see Tom Kenny and the lid recreation they did? Who's the actor for Patrick?
It's Bill Fagerbakke.
Is that his real name?
Yeah.
That's a good name.
He made it far with that name.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even
know. He was in a hit TV show in like the 90s or 80s called Coach, I think.
Really?
Coach
I didn't know
TV
that
show.
He had like I know he's voice acted in other stuff, but you know what's crazy is like I think genuinely Tom Kenny might be the best voice actor of all time. He is in so many shows where he's like in one episode 15 different characters, and like as an adult I can kind of recognize it's him, but they feel like completely different characters every time. Like it's so crazy, especially even I've been watching a little bit of Adventure Time lately. Tom Kenny is like so many fucking characters in that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I think a lot of the times people point to like kind of one of the first people to do something like they go like Johnny Carson's the best late night host ever. You can't beat it. I'm just like, but come on, dude.
Conan exists.
Yeah, Conan exists.
Or Letterman if you're older.
There you go. But another example of the voice actor thing where I feel like, I actually kind of side with that thing is like Mel Blanc, like the guy that did all the Looney Tunes shit. Like, I'm just like, dude, at least he's one of just the fucking best. Like, it holds up.
Yeah, for sure. And also, who's the guy that does like a million Futurama voices, and he's also Fry?
Oh, yeah.
Billy West. He's also one of the greatest of all time, too.
Dude, you watch interviews with him. He's so, like, he just seems like he's so high on life. Yeah. I love that.
Who was it? I think it was a thing talking with the guy who voices a bunch of Simpsons characters and also Apu. Who's the...
Oh, dude, Hank Azaria.
Yeah, where I don't think it was him, but he was talking about a certain voice actor where, like, that voice actor could do impressions of, like, a character doing another character.
I think he was talking about Mel Blanc.
Yeah, and he said he couldn't do it, and, like, most voice actors can't do it, because that's incredibly hard to do.
Yeah.
Imagine, you're in another voice trying to do an impression of them struggling to do a different voice.
Oh, my God. That's
weird as shit.
Yeah, that would break my brain. I'm looking at, like, you ever think about, too, like, old TV shit? Like, some of these shows were fucking enormous, and we never hear about them. When have you ever heard about the TV show Coach?
Never.
9 seasons, 200 plus episodes.
Yeah, dude, a lot of the like sitcom days stuff, even like the name will last, but really think about cultural impact currently that Happy Days has on anything other than the phrase "jump the shark."
Jump the shark and like the Fonz shit.
But God bless Henry Winkler though. God damn, that dude is hilarious. Have you watched Barry at all?
I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, he's so funny in Barry, so funny in Arrested Development, so funny in Parks and Rec. He's just like fucking. I watched Holes a couple of days ago.
Dude, I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
Dude, Holes is so great.
I love it.
Also, I forgot Sigourney Weaver was the warden. So she walked up and I was like, oh, fuck, this is a way better movie already.
Mm-hmm.
She's great, man.
She is the best. Dude, Holes is just so tight. Like, it really does hold up.
Yeah. Holes is, it's just so fucking great. It's weird as shit, too. It's got some of the just story structure stuff of cutting back to the old things. Just, I love how weird of a movie Holes is.
Yeah.
It's unlike anything else I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. The book was good, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking up right now the list of longest-running scripted U.S. TV primetime television series. That was way too long of a title.
Mm.
But, like, all this shit, it's like, yeah, I feel like I've hardly heard of this stuff. Like, the 5th show on this list is Lassie. And I've heard of Lassie.
Yeah, but it was way before our time.
There were 591 episodes of Lassie.
How much can a dog do?
I know. It's like, dog, Lassie, I hate to do this to you again.
In this episode, Gus and Eddy are going to lower roundhouse kick Lassie. Or I guess sweep kick, not roundhouse.
Yeah. God, dude, the, all on this list, too, you know, it's like 2 different Law and Orders, NCIS, Grey's Anatomy, CSI. Like, for a lot of actors, that's got to be one of the biggest godsends ever. It's like, whoa, I'm on a crime TV show. I'm going to work for 25 years.
Yeah, dude. The thing is, those shows are so popular and not popular in any circle I've ever been in ever.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of older people, but also a lot of younger people, too, also enjoy that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I really have never liked the serialized crime shows because it's just not for me.
The only thing that came close to it for me liking that is the X-Files, and that's hardly, like, just... It's still episodic, right? Yeah.
Like, there's still, like, a monster of the week, but it's still episodic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing is, like, and I get the comfort of it, too. Like, I do it with comedies where sometimes they're not episodic, but I usually like there to be some kind of narrative.
Yeah.
That's why I love where even shows that are really big, and they'll have, like, some episodes that are isolated, like a lot of cartoons have it, where some episodes have nothing to do with anything, but then they feed you the story in, like, 1 out of 20 episodes, and you're like, whoa, this thing's moving forward.
Dude, I wish I liked one of those just like crime shows, you know?
Yeah, it seems so comforting.
I'm looking at like Law and Order SVU is like the 3rd on the list. There's like 400 wait, what is it? Let me check this again. I clicked on one of the actors' names. Law and Order SVU is the 3rd, 458 episodes. That's 20 seasons. I'm like, dude, it started in 1999. Can you imagine if you loved that show? You would never run out of that show.
Yeah, it just keep going.
Goddamn, dude.
And do you think there's like a subreddit to discuss it at all?
To Law and Order?
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Yeah, like how active is that? Like,
yeah.
Don't think there's a lot of demographic overlap.
Yeah,
there.
I don't think they'd be going like, 5 years ago was way better than this year.
Bro, were you here for the 2002 era?
That's the thing is there has to be eras to that show that are completely different too.
Look at the banner for it. It's super stretched out. It's got 1.5 thousand subscribers on the Law and Order thing.
I mean, I know yours. I think even my subreddit has more than that.
Yeah. God damn. Who is using the Law and Order subreddit?
By the way, the fact that I hate it, it put it into perspective for me is back in the old I hate them iFunny days. Mm-hmm. PS4 had a thing where you could make communities on PS4, so you could like play games with the people in your community. And I remember pushing so bad, like, oh, wouldn't it be cool because there's some people that follow me if they want to play like GTA, because GTA was new. And I remember I got 50 people to join it, and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
And then I tweeted out that there's you see the subreddit Preddies.
Preddies?
It's just pictures of pregnant me.
I didn't know the title.
Yeah, that's what it's called. And so like I tweeted a joke about that, and I looked, and it from the tweet gained like 300 subscribers, and I was like, just weird perspective of like I must have posted about that PS4 community 10 times to get 50 people.
Yeah.
And now it's like I tweet like, look at this fucking subreddit, and then it's like I saw even a post. It was like the top comment is like, "We're growing strong, boys." It's like Jesus Christ.
I just Googled Gus Johnson naked. I don't see Any porn?
Sorry, hold on.
Well, because you had the Preddies thing, and I was like...
It's not porn. It's just
Well-
pictures of me pregnant. You're on that subreddit, too. Sometimes you're the dad.
You can't... Really?
Yeah. Dude, one thing, though, is there's one guy in that subreddit that keeps posting photos, and it's not me. And
Really?
there's, like, always, like, 10 upvotes on it. And it's just not a picture of me. Or maybe he, like, just took my nose or something. It's clearly not me. And it's weird because it'll get some upvotes. And it's like, if you're subscribing to this, you know what I look like. It's just not. It's just a dude with a mustache.
That's not canon, dude.
Yeah, it's not canon. It's not me. That's some guy.
Boom. Speaking of canon, Ganon, I'm playing Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I'm on my second playthrough. You're on your first. Breath of the Wild is one of the greatest games of all fucking time, boy.
Yeah, dude, I've never played any Zelda stuff before. I am just loving the shit out of it.
Breath of the Wild was my first one, too. The most negative stuff I hear about Breath of the Wild are from people who are lifelong fans and want it a certain way, which I understand.
Really?
But Breath of the Wild was my first, so it's just like, I'd watched friends play other ones, but this is like the first one was mine.
What's your biggest gripe about the game?
Voice acting.
Really?
Yeah, it's just it seems like they forced the voice actors to do this fake British accent instead of casting British voice actors. Jamie actually has a great video on it. Jamie, is that still public? Is your Okay, Tony, we're gonna link that because it's a good one. It's just it's especially for even Zelda. Like her performance is good, but they fake this accent that's just so bad during the whole thing. And also, like the old man, when he starts talking, you're like, that's a 20-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Like, just talking. And even in his line, so when he because the plateau you finished, the like reveal for him when he starts talking different. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Is what was the word? Oh, it was the word no. And in his fake accent, obviously you don't have a consistent accent when you're faking it. Where in the same sentence he said the word no twice, and the first time he said no. Like he's like, I know, Link, that you, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then by the end of the sentence he said no. And it was like he was just trying to do it.
No.
Yeah. It was just the voice acting is a big deal for it. I mean, also I would like the shrines to be designed a little bit more, but I understand the game's fucking massive. So.
Yeah. I don't like the, this is a minor gripe, but with the voice acting thing, because again, this is my first Zelda, I have no precedent for anything.
There was no voice acting in any other Zelda.
So I'm just like, it doesn't stand out to me. I'm just like, oh, that's part of the thing. But I fucking hate where I beat the Divine Beast with the bird, and I've got like Vivali's or whatever the fuck.
Rivali's Gale.
So I'll be like in the middle of nowhere, and it'll recharge, and like louder than everything, Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Yeah.
It scares the shit
it's
out of me.
It's even for his, because it's like, he says it like confident as hell. You'll just be sitting there like headphones on. Rivali's Gale is ready to go. And you're like, yo.
That's like if you were playing like Journey, that game with no speech or whatever, and then just like every 20 minutes someone popped in and be like, there's a lot of sand in here. I was like, all right.
Joe's laser eyes are ready to go.
I mean, I'm liking it though. One thing is I didn't know that you couldn't fix weapons, like they were fully permanent.
Oh yeah.
Breaking and shit, because I'm trying to make a point to not look stuff up and just discover it organically. So I was just suffering for the first like 20 hours because I'd find a cool weapon. I'd be like, well, I don't know where I go to fix this yet. I can't get rid of it.
Oh,
so
dude.
I had like one weapon wheel slot that I kept cycling out.
Oh shit.
That's stupid.
That's the fun of the game. Is I actually ended up liking it a lot. I didn't when I first started playing, but I like that you're always kind of just like, all right, fuck, that's gone. What do I use? And it's just a really like good dynamic thing for it. The nice thing about it's just all the physics stuff with it, where you're so surprised, where you're like, okay, I'm in the cold. I have a flame sword. What if I put that on my back? And you're like, oh, that works. Awesome. Love that shit.
I need to look up something real quick.
Is it Gus Johnson naked again?
No, I
Gus
wish.
Johnson naked 2.
17. Okay, I was gonna say I like the Link's butt cheeks physics.
Are there physics to Link's butt cheeks?
Yeah.
Like, actually, you're not doing a bit, or?
Actually, I don't know. Now.
Okay, I was like, I don't think there are.
Let's look up Breath of the Wild gameplay.
Breath of the Wild Link's butt cheeks.
Link's butt cheeks zoomed in gameplay.
It's just they keyframed it to follow zoomed in on his ass no matter what.
I'm not seeing a lot of.
Yeah, there's no cake on that boy.
That's bullshit. Plus, they hid that horn right in front of the cheeks.
What about more preguntas, boy?
I gotcha. Boom. Let me check here.
Does it seem hot in here?
Seems a little hot. Probably just the content we're slinging out, though.
Yeah, that's probably is. This podcast is too fucking good and on fire.
I could see that.
And the light over there is on fire.
At Sandler Binger says, "Oh shit! How do you boys silently sneak out of a house crawling with cops?"
Wait, what depends on the house, I guess.
What if it's a 3-story house and there's about 10 cops on the main room level and you have to go through the main room level?
All right, so what I do is so they're all in one room, kind of.
They're like scattered, but it's in the main level. You
Okay.
don't know till you go look.
All right, so I'm upstairs, right? I'm on the on the second level,
Okay.
and they're main. They're
They're
first
main.
floor. And I pop my head out and I go, "Hey, you guys, can everybody gather in the living room?" And they go, I think this is against protocol, but I guess so. And
Okay.
they walk in, and I grab like some kind of vase or glass, and I walk in, and I smash it against the ground, and then I jump, and while in the air, I pull my shorts down, and I land on my ass on the glass, and I go, "Ouch, owie, my ass, I need an ambulance because I cut my own ass." And then the ambulance comes and takes me to the hospital. And they can't touch me because that's not police territory. They cannot go into the hospital. Those are for paramedics and nurses and doctors only. That's why they always can't get treated, because they're not allowed in there.
Did you have to cut the entirety of your bare ass to get out of there?
I can't. You got to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I think you could have probably just like cut a finger or something.
No, but then I would have to say, "Ouch, my finger," and then they would arrest me.
Nobody
wants to touch my ass. Especially if there's a vase in it.
Either way, they're not going to touch you. They're not.
They want to arrest me.
Wait,
if it's
you
just
said
my finger.
You said there's a vase in your ass?
No, I meant the pieces of it were in, like, as in I landed on it. It was broken when I landed on it.
Did you have to fully jump in the air and land?
You gotta get good momentum.
You got to get those pieces sticking in, baby.
Yeah, you can't just lay on it.
Ow. Yes.
So what about you?
I don't know what I would do now. I would, because the thing is, you have to leave through the main level. I would send out the little green guys from Toy Story to scope out first, so I can get some visuals.
With the binoculars, too.
I love that it's pure solid green plastic, and then it still shows that they can look through it.
Yeah, they got to report back first.
Yeah. So honestly,
and if Andy comes, you got to lay on the ground.
I would do that. We have no way of knowing without the army men going out first, so I can't. It's a literally unanswerable question.
It's a fucking dumb question to ask. Maybe have them go out there first.
Come on, man, dude.
Unless you got a vase on hand, maybe then that'll work.
How does one hot wire a Honda? He also asked, but I can't fix anything.
You got to ask the green guys. They'll probably know.
They'll know. Who voices the green guy? Is that Lee Ermey or Arlie Ermey?
The always in every army thing guy?
Yes.
I think so.
Could look it up. Don't want to.
No.
At Jonna Sin says, "Do you have any favorite female stand-up comedians?" I saw Amy Poehler live at Clusterfest in San Francisco. She was fucking great.
I've never seen Amy stand-up.
I don't know if she comes from a traditional stand-up background. I know she was very heavy into the improv stuff, but it seemed like she kind of was just going out there and just doing a lot of impromptu crowd work, and she was so quick. It was goddamn good.
I haven't. I think when I was in high school, I was really, really into the stand-up scene, and lately I've really only watched like Chappelle's specials. Like, I haven't really been watching a lot of stand-up at all. I know that Ali Wong is really talented. I watched one of her specials and liked it a lot. But yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to any stand-ups lately.
Yeah.
Not for any reason. It's just like I haven't been into them. By the way, do you know Netflix, like, the stats for it is like most people don't finish comedy specials.
Really?
They listen to like the first 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah, it was like, I forgot who it was. Maybe it was like Segura or like Bert Kreischer. One of them was saying that those were the statistics. So I think it was Bert that he packed. I didn't even watch the special. He packed like his best story in the first 20. So like people would watch it and like for sure see his good stuff.
Yeah, that's a good move though.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just bizarre that most people don't finish comedy specials. It's not really that big of a commitment, and you can just leave it on in the background. It's weird that I think people judge stand-up harder than most things, so they'll just go like, I don't like it, and then leave.
Oh, man, you know what? That's one thing I don't even think about is like a lot of the specials are just ads for seeing them on tour. That's their big incentive.
Pretty much.
I wish I saw more live stand-up stuff.
Yeah, we need to, honestly.
But I just hate leaving the apartment ever. So
it's just stand-up is so much funnier live, and I didn't know until we went, because then you'll even see like a pretty okay show and still be laughing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved when we saw Pete Holmes. He was really, really good.
Yeah, he was.
It was just, it's nice too, because it was really relaxed. You just kind of fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think we talked about on the podcast. Gerard Carmichael really phoned it in that show, but you can't be on every day.
I also didn't know who he was at all ahead of time, so I had that extra dynamic of like, who the fuck is this guy up here?
Yeah, I mean, he really walked out and was just like, oh, well, let's see what I got on my phone. What's happening in the news right now? And it was just like, he didn't have anything. He pretty much was just like, I guess.
Yeah.
People were really nice, though. He didn't like bomb. It was just kind of like awkward a little bit.
Yeah. And is that his usual demeanor of just like quiet? Because
he's quiet. That's
baked.
kind of his. Yeah. He seems super high. But I don't even know if he smokes though. Usually he is very like monotone, quiet for the stuff that he does, but not that as silent as he was during it. There were a lot of breaks, and then Eric Andre came out and fucking like blew the house. It was just like, because everyone was so surprised to see him. Yeah. Especially how loud he came out. You remember just fucking popping out.
Yeah, just sprinted out.
That was crazy. That was one of my favorite surprises to ever happen.
I was like, oh my God. It was hilarious too, because he jumped the gun so early. Like Pete Holmes was just like, and my next guest is, and he started the intro and Eric ran out and you could hear the crowd go, yeah. Because it was like, this is the last guy and like, we've been here for like 2 hours. And then Eric ran out and he goes, fuck, I'm early.
Yeah. And then it was like, I know, because Drew was with us too, and we all just like made eye contact, like, holy fuck, is that Eric Andre? You know, it was just such a great, I love that moment so much.
Dude, that was so great. What I love too is, not that I doubted him at all, but I'd only ever seen him on the Eric Andre show at that point, and I was just like, can he only thrive in an outrage environment?
No, he's good.
Dude, you could tell he was just doing new material, like looking off the Notebook and stuff. It was great.
Yeah, he's just got a great energy on stage where it's almost like kind of explosive, where you're just, it's not in the same vein, but it's still kind of like how Eddie Murphy was when he was younger, where it's like, this guy's like loud and on stage and I love it. It's not just like needlessly loud. He's just got this energy to him that's really good.
I really hope that his movie works.
Yeah, wait, oh yeah, because isn't it but it's they're like shooting what's the word for it?
Pranks.
Yeah, well, they're pranks, but they're just like on scene, like them doing different public stuff too, right?
Social experiments.
Yeah, I guess.
No, it's that kind of stuff too, which like, I hate that my natural reaction is like, it's been done a lot and it's been done really bad a lot too.
Yeah.
But like, we've seen him do it super well. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't even really like Bad Grandpa that much, just because I don't like prank after prank after prank. It's not that it was bad at all, but I just, as a movie structure, that's why I like Jackass had the variety.
Yeah.
And also, usually the old people stuff was usually my least favorite of the Jackass stuff. So it was just that they made a whole movie out of it. It was just kind of like, okay.
I hated that. I really fucking like Spike Jonze too much too, but like, that was my least favorite part of it. Like, period. Just like, dude, Spike is the old woman. I was like, I hate this so much.
It's, I don't know. Spike's crazy talented, though. It's so weird. Especially just like, it's crazy that just a Jackass guy was like, oh, here's her. Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Were you hiding this the whole time? Like, how are you that good?
I'm such a dummy, too, because one of my favorite movies of all time is The Wolf of Wall Street, and I didn't even realize Spike Jonze was in it till, like, my 5th watch through.
Wait, who is Spike Jonze in?
When Jordan Belfort starts off, like, he's just looking through the wanted ads, and he goes to that shitty little pink stock trading company, and he's talking to the first guy he walks into, and he's like, are these, like, on the record? And the calm guy, like, no, most of these penny stocks trade for, like, 50%.
That's Spike?
That's Spike Jonze.
We both know what Spike looks like. How did I not recognize that at all?
I just missed it. Maybe it's the mustache. I have no idea. At Depressed Oswald says, here's a pregunta. Did you ever have a moment when you realized, oh shit, I'm that guy? That's a heavy question.
Oh man. I'm sure there's been at least, everybody I think has had at least one.
Yeah. I live in constant fear of being like, fuck, am I being that guy right now?
Yeah. Fuck man, I don't know. There's definitely an instance for sure. I just can't think of it.
What do you think? This is a personal one. Let me know if you want to skip it. What do you think is your biggest social flaw?
I think that more often than other people, not to where it's a problem, but I have a really bad gauge when I think somebody is done, not telling a story. I never interrupt like mid-story. But it's like sometimes if two people are talking and I'm coming into it, I will like start talking, go like, oh fuck, I'm so sorry. That's happened a lot of times to me. So it's like where I think they'll be done, but then
that's a good point. I would say, sorry.
But yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, I think mine is kind of similar in a way, and I've kind of talked about this before. Like I know that to some degree I'm kind of a steamroller with shit. I know that like I'm kind of a get stuff done person, you know, and I think that socially there have probably been a lot of times in my past where like I've kind of just like in a friend group and like, yeah, we're gonna do this, like we're gonna do this, or just kind of like steamrolled and made decisions and stuff too. And I think that I need to be more mindful of like others, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta check.
The thing is, with certain friends, they don't want to make the decision for it. That's what I've talked about. Is a lot of my friend group is cool with just like letting other people plan it. Usually me, but it's like I've had times even recently where I'm like, guys, like even for food, I'm like, I have no preferences. Does anybody have any small preference at all? And everybody's like, no. It's like, well, then now I have to decide.
That shit drives me nuts, though. Now I'm backing down off my answer.
Yeah. I don't think, because I don't get that from you when we're planning stuff, because we're both like planner people. So it's like, do you want this? Oh, no, I want this. Okay, we might just get separate stuff. It's never like one of us just goes like, we're doing this because I want it. It's never been a problem at all. So
but like you said, we'll answer, be like, do you want that? Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are too many people. I don't even want to shit on. If anyone's listening, it's just like, I fucking love you. Make a decision, dog. Like, come on. Like, the worst is when you outline like and give them a corral of stuff. Like, hey, okay, do we agree on any of these 4 or 5 restaurants? Yep, I'm great with either of these. Pick one. Pick one in the top 3. Nope, they can't decide. Just like, dog, come on, man.
It's just I just don't like the pressure, I think, of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it takes the pressure off of the decision if you're the one that just finally did it, because then nobody's like, wow, you brought us here, you know? Because it's like, oh, you were the one to make the decision.
Yeah. What do you think is your greatest skill?
I'm so good at sex. It's crazy, bro. Like we're just really, like, it's insane. Like, nobody even wants to do it with me because it's that good.
Why wouldn't they want to if you're
Because
that
it's
good?
just like some things, it's like you don't want to ruin the rest of it. The rest of sex in general, so it's just me.
What is so good about how you do it?
That's a private detail.
You initiated the topic.
I just didn't want to talk about this. Can you?
You'll tell me off the air.
I want to keep it off the podcast. I didn't say I would tell you.
Well,
it's partially because of the obese.
The obese? What's
my obese penis?
Like, is it like a lot of fat has been allocated to it?
It's just really, it's really fat. So obese.
Like it gets erect, or
no. It's just it was clinically. Did you not see my tweet?
Oh, I saw the tweets. I just didn't want to.
Okay, yeah. My doctor told me that I was like, yo, what's wrong with this? Why is it so fat? And he's like, well, you have a clinical obese. It's an obese penis. It's like, well, all my life I've been wondering what's up. What makes me different?
Just like that. It's an identity thing.
I was like, why do I feel like not like one of the regular people, like one of the scum peasants out there? And it turns out it's because my penis is way too fat.
So you went into the doctor's office, you sat down, and you started in with, yo.
I was crying first when I walked in.
So you were crying, and you still let in with the yo.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hold it.
I don't know who's going to yield on this.
I was really breaking it. Oh, man.
Do you think anybody has that, though? Like, it sounds so ridiculous. Like, we're like, even if it's not like obese, but fat is allocated there, like you collect fat in your shaft.
I don't think that's possible.
Never say never, baby.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it could happen. Or like you get fat stored in your balls. Like there's already so much pee stored in there. But like
one thing I forgot who it was. I think is that I forgot his at. It was, you could search the tweet to follow him. Then it was like, yo boys, like when you pee, do you empty your left or right ball first?
That's a good one. Do you know what your actual best skill is?
I don't know. That just makes me uncomfortable to say. I don't.
I'll field this one.
Okay, go for it.
Wait, do you want to do it for me? What do you think my best skill is?
It's
got to be sex related too.
I don't know. I don't recognize like a best skill in somebody. It just seems like.
Yeah, that's good. Because I think you like categorize your skills.
Yeah.
Not as just like, that's my friend Eddie. He is good at this.
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
This. God, it's just so weird how like the mind works like that. You know what? This has virtually nothing to do with anything that we're talking about, but I remembered it, and it's really interesting to me. There was, when I was riding the bus as a kid, there was this autistic kid on the bus. Won't share his name, but he had a lot of like social communication problems and stuff too. But I remember what he always used to do on the bus is in one hand he would pack 3 different paperback chapter books into one hand and have his fingers in the pages. And you'd see him, and he'd just have it up on this little like pedestal, and he'd read like a page of one book and then flip to the other book and read a page.
Whoa.
And I was just like, at first I was like, all right, what is he doing? Like, is he retaining this information? So I like asked him about like the books and stuff one day, because I saw I'd read like 2 of the books. I was like, what are you reading? And he was telling me about what was in the books.
Whoa.
And they were
that's
like,
that's really cool though. Like,
yeah.
That's, I mean, because instantly I'm not like, you can't enjoy a story like that. It's just interesting to like enjoy 2 stories at once like that.
Mm-hmm. And like, I don't think I could do that.
I absolutely couldn't. But that's even, sometimes you hear a way of somebody doing something and you're like, oh, that would like ruin it. It's like, I'm not sure that it would. I don't know what that would be like, but it might be like better to try and do that.
Why does the brain is fascinating. Like, why does it do that sometimes, where it compromises one area and then just like over buffs another? Like,
yeah,
that?
I don't know. It's probably just like an adaptation thing or like a survival thing for it.
Yeah, that's some cool shit. They were all Magic Treehouse books. I fucking miss Magic Treehouse, dude.
Yeah, that's weird though. I was picturing like really advanced books when you were in elementary school, so I don't know. I was picturing that. I was thinking like War and Peace, To Kill a Mockingbird.
How buff you'd have to be, like holding War and Peace and just in 2 hands.
So he's also jacked.
Yeah. I don't know. What else? What do we got here? What do we fucking prig into shit? Oh, here's one. Okay, it's David. What's the best way to survive an earthquake?
Oh, don't ask me. I've missed out on both of the last 2.
Dude, we're scared, dog. We're gonna fall.
My only request would be to the Earth is if there's gonna be an earthquake again, please do it while we're recording the podcast, because that'd be so entertaining.
We have to do it like really polished news anchors do it, though.
Dude, what if we just if it does happen though, like for the bit, we should bring the mics under the table and like try and joke during it, because that'd be fucking hilarious.
Awesome. Can you imagine if in a naturally timed podcast end an earthquake started?
And like, oh my god, an earthquake's happening, and there's just bam!